Welcome and congratulations on making it to this fifth and congratulations on making it to this fifth and final lesson of the free Life Essentials Masterclass. This is graduation day where we go big picture and we talk next steps. To be clear, you don't graduate until the end of the lesson, as there is still a lot of critical information that you need if you're going to be truly successful in life. We also cover how you can get your first level certification near the very end of the course. So be sure to hang in there until the end. Note, this is the full lesson and the first version. If you're watching this or listening to it somewhere online and would like to find all the lessons of the masterclass, the other books and shows and classes, videos, groups, notes, events, everything else, please go to our website, 7wayme. That's the hub for everything. That's the number 7, WAY.me. First, I truly do want to express my gratitude for you all being a part of this journey so far. Thank you very much. I hope that you are here for all the rest of this. I'm just getting started, and there surely is a lot more to come, and I'm way out of my comfort zone. So please feel free to share your questions and suggestions. I'm really working hard to improve, and I certainly can use all the help and advice that I can get. Okay, now let's start off by going big picture and confirm the master plan and share why this will work. As you may have heard me say a couple times, the problem is that if we are to be truly successful and become the best version of ourselves, live a meaningful life, be happy, make a real positive difference in the world, we need to integrate a wide variety of vital information into our lives as quickly as possible. We all know finding all the bits of knowledge on how to be your best physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, in your relationships, as a family, at work, and in society is certainly time-consuming, not even easy or even possible for everyone. The fact is, if we all are to be our best, live meaningful lives, and help create a wonderful society and thriving world, we need to become better people. Clearly, for us to be our best, we need a clear path that gets us all on the same page in all these different critical areas of life, as well as unites us in a way that we can make these positive changes happen within our life and within our society right now. This means humanity's success depends on all of us doing our part to learn, unite, and take the correct positive actions. Now, what I just said might sound a little simple, but it is really key to understanding how we're really going to win at this. As they say, make the complex simple, and then you can make it real. It's like breaking big things down into steps. This is no small thing. For the problem with getting everybody on the same page at the same time regarding complex issues is that we have to start somewhere, yet everybody is starting at different places, so it takes a lot to reach everybody. We also have to explain everything in a linear way, one thing after the next, and we have to do it in a correct order and in a way that makes sense to everyone wherever they start from. So to say it another way, if we are to be our best and fix our world, we really just need to share some critical information, improve ourselves, and then do some important work together. As you have seen during this series, I have shared answers to many of humanity's biggest questions. The solution is named the way and the one. Simply put, the way is the wisdom of the ages on how we can be our best and fix our world, woven together so that all of humanity can find our true path. The one are basically different organizations where we unite to learn the way, share, make positive changes happen, make money, have fun, and a lot more. Okay, before we get deep into the big picture, let's do a quick refresher on some of the big topics that we have covered so far, so you can see what I mean about getting on the same page on some key universal truths that will get us all down the path towards true success. Now, in the first episode of this 5-part mini-series, we discovered the rules to life, the meaning of life, as well as learned about the importance of free will, choice, self-control, why we are here, and a lot more. In the second lesson, we learned what the true goal of life really is, as well as what wealth, power, fame, corruption, and the differences between success and true success, and a lot more. In the third lesson, we learn the 4 parts to the solution on how to achieve the true goal of life, and that is to live rational, positive action, which is really about integrating key virtues and best practices into our life. In this lesson, we also learned the difference between virtue and vice, what it means to have good character and be a good person, as well as what it means to fall to the dark side. We also learned how we can become a better and better person over every 90-day cycle as we build habits around key virtues and best practices. Within the 4th episode, we continued on the topic of how to achieve the true goal of life with an overview of the 7 steps, which is basically a reference guide and a map that covers all the details on how you actually become the best person you can be and fix our world. Now, during this segment, we also touched briefly on the one, as in I explained a little bit about the one tribe, the one movement, and one party during this step. Okay, let's start and go big picture. The way and its 7 steps are going to work for all of us, that means every human being, because the solutions are based in the human conditions that we all share and on the universal truths that we all know are right. It's through this foundational knowledge and all these key aspects of life combined with a customizable implementation strategy that allows all of us to find our true path and help create a better world and the rest of what we need to fall into place naturally. You and everyone understanding and living these key universal truths is what makes this solution work. Okay, it's how we change the negative into the positive and make the wrong right. And for those of you that are into energy, think about it like this. We're all energy beings. If your energy becomes more and more positive, it's vibrating, its frequency, that combined with everybody else's in the world can help bring harmony into play within our world. So don't discount what I'm telling you. This is how it has to work. Nothing else has. Give this a shot. Taken together, the knowledge you have gained during this 5-part mini-series is power. For it has started the process of getting us all on the same page regarding humanity's greatest mission. We are all now facing the same direction and building a firm foundation that will allow us to absorb more golden threads in universal truth. To say it another way, you being more positive, having hope, and working on being your best and fixing everything, joined with millions of others, is the power to change the world. The truth of the way and the one is not found in the words that I use, but in the ideas behind the words and the actions, obviously, that we take because of them. The weaving of so many different golden threads and universal truth and people together is what makes the way and the one greater than the sum of its parts and a vibrant force in the world. Your understanding of the details and universal truths in relation to one another is what brings higher levels of understanding, harmony, consciousness, as well as positive changes in our society and world. I know I've said that a few times, but I'm trying to really make a point here, okay? It's up to us to do this, right? We've spent a lot of time going through key aspects of the way and only briefly mentioned the one as part of lesson 4 and only as it related to step 6 of the way. So let's just take a minute and maybe 2 and go a little deeper into why all this horror is happening in the world right now and seriously how the way and the one is the solution and can fix it. Let there be no mistake. This is not like any time in the past. Yes, I know it has been bad, yet at no other time have so few had the power to destroy all life on our planet so quickly. At no other time, other than when we were hit by asteroids, has the whole world undergone a major extinction level event. Our destruction is guaranteed at the mismanagement of the few if the many do not take up a new path. We can't keep repeating the past and create a better future. The vast majority of the human race, the billions of us, all want peace, happiness, and prosperity. None of us want war, exploitation, pollution, the destruction of our world, injustice, horror, and all the rest of the wrongness. The fact is, the human race must be burned to learn and shaken to awaken sometimes. Over the past thousands of years, we have had many warnings and chances, yet we still have not lived up to our greater values as a species. All of this global trauma and strife is of our own making and is designed to get us to see what is truly important, awaken, and focus as a species on the great changes that need to happen if we are truly to survive and thrive. To be clear, all of these problems should not make you lose hope and become more jaded, pessimistic, fatalistic, or to believe we're all doomed, okay? It's your anger, disgust, and these negative feelings towards all this wrongness, which means you can see it and you don't want it. Truly, this is the first step on making things right, for we truly cannot fix anything without knowing what's wrong. So instead of being a doomer, use your energy to make yourself into a better person and fix this wrongness. The fact is, this is the only time in human history that we can make these positive global changes happen. This is the only time where so many of us all over the world are awake, connected, and ready. Collectively, humanity has the knowledge, access to resources, and enough people to fix everything really quickly if we just unite quickly enough and follow a good plan. Now imagine this. Imagine billions of people joined within the one tribe where we're learning the way, how to be our best physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, in our relationships as a family, at work, and in society. And here we're helping each other. We're getting on to fixing and perfecting our life. This is the place where we're making friends, we're networking, attending events, making money together, continually improving everything, the groups, our events, and we're having fun doing this, right? All of the tribe know, everyone in the tribe knows the meaning and goals of life and what it means to be a good person, as well as how to get there. We all embrace the universal laws of equality, the golden rule, and respecting life. It's a place where everyone is gaining knowledge and integrating the best practices in all the critical areas of life, as well as supporting each other and helping each other. Remember the three universal laws of equality, the golden rule, and respecting life are at the core of most every solution, and they will act as a catalyst that will help motivate humanity to fix most of the wrongness in the world. Okay, let's go deeper into this and talk about how this is going to work exactly. Since the world is a reflection of us, as we become better people, our society will naturally change for the positive as we interact, and our virtues manifest within our systems and our society. Imagine the world where billions of people all over the place are healthier, happier. They all have better relationships. They know exactly how to make themselves into the best person they can be. The tribe also understands how to fix our society, as in how to manage wealth, power, business, government, how all the systems work, and how we can fix and improve everything. While the one tribe will make a big difference and it will get everything moving in the same direction and in the right direction, the biggest problems of the world will still not be fixed by the one tribe alone. The problem is that all good people, businesses, organizations, and movements who are working to fix some of the greatest problems in the world are too siloed, divided, and our efforts are being diluted. Just look at how many civil rights and environmental groups there are and keep getting started all the time. Now look at the state of freedom, equality, and the care of our world right now. Clearly, this old way of everybody doing it and dividing ourselves to fix these big things isn't working, hasn't worked. Otherwise, it would have worked by now. Trying to get these jobs done this way is not the way. Okay, let me just kind of state this a little different way. And again, just to make sure we're all on the same page. The reason more progress on big problems has not been accomplished is because the good people and organizations who are working on it are too divided, segregated, siloed, and they're competing against each other for all the resources, money, people, and actions that need to be taken. Therefore, all of these efforts are diluted to the point where we are not able to get any big things done fast enough. If all these groups and their divided efforts were the solution, our world would not be in such a sorry state right now. Now imagine the power of the one movement with billions of good people, businesses, organizations, and movements all united. It's through this kind of mass unity and focus that we gain the power, people, and resources to peacefully force the positive changes that are desperately needed right now, and we can do it really quickly. We would have the power to make deals with governments, businesses, and people. We could buy stock and use peaceful tactics to force positive changes in organizations, companies, and governments. We could implement universal human rights and standards for fair treatment by police and others around the world. We can make deals with governments, landowners, and even buy rainforests and turn them into protected lands. We could end poverty and create global solutions for water, food, energy, clothing, and more in order to create a high level of prosperity for everybody. At this point, you should be able to see that with this kind of power, resources, and people, we could make big deals and peacefully force the positive changes that are needed in our world very quickly. If you can see the vision, no matter how slim the chance is, it's still possible. And it's this possibility that is hope. Okay, truly, if not this and now, then what and when, right? The time is short and the need is great. Either we get together and do this stuff, or it's going to be too late. The one movement is the place where all of humanity can turn for aid, for we are about fixing the broken and making the wrong right, no matter how large or small. United, we will have the power to do it all. Still, while we learn and share within the one tribe, and we're united to create these positive changes through the one movement, there's still a couple missing pieces that we are going to need if we're really going to even start to succeed. The fact is, governments set the tone and the laws and affect everything in our lives. Because of this, for our society to truly work, our governments must implement true solutions and best practices that work for the people and not only the few. Imagine a new political party, I call it the one party for now, that embraces all virtue, best practices, and solutions to make government work properly for everyone. Unlike the parties of today, we will not act like special interest groups, only focused on a few hot button topics or only working to create laws that work and benefit a few. Nor will we work to divide people or create undue trauma and drama to get you angry and out on the streets. Within the United States of America, all people, especially independents, and including passionate Democrats and true Republicans, should want the one party to succeed, for without a third viable party, we have an us versus them situations where the leaders are playing on our tribal instincts to make politics into some type of team sport where it's red versus blue, no matter what, right? This division has created irrational leaders and extremists who are more likely to break America than even help us, okay? We can see this clearly displayed every day within the news. Now, instead, imagine a world where an alternative third party who is working on true solutions for all the major issues that people are concerned about, not just the red or the blue, right? We're about a party working to ensure that government does its job that it's really designed to do, and we do it as efficiently and as effectively as possible. We're not about big government or shrinking it down to where it's too ineffectual to do anything. We're about the right size government that does what it needs to do so that we can set good people free to live their lives and fulfill their dreams. We will be the buffer between these old parties of division, these single issue parties, and the extremists and special interest groups. We will be interjecting the common sense, real solutions into all of our governmental work and systems. We will work with all democracies around the world and governments of all kind to help them upgrade their systems so that all countries can care for their people properly and all nations can work together in a better harmony. Through the creation of checks and balances and by selecting those of true merit, we can hold this party separate from those who are elected to ensure that our party really stays true to our mission and that it's not taken over or hijacked by fanatics. With the right representation, we can make positive global changes happen and ensure that they are encoded into law for all future generations. And truly, without this step, without encoding it into law, nothing we do really matters. Now, clearly, there's a lot more to this, and I could go on, but at this point, you should at least see that this idea has merit and it really is needed, right? Now, I was going to leave this out, but there really is one more piece that I need to share at this point if we're really going to succeed. But I don't have a lot of time, obviously, to go over it. However, again, it's a crucial piece, so I need to mention it. And it's really about how we're going to get to fixing our society and world. And this has to do with our news systems. Now, the problem is generally news around the world is controlled by a few billionaires, country leaders, or just some special interest groups who use it more as propaganda to program people and push agendas than it's really being used to truly inform, educate, and help us. To be clear, I am not saying all news or all news reporters are corrupt, just generally that this is what's happening. Now, you can see this, right? They blatantly manipulate us by purposely not sharing some important news while highlighting others. They mislead us by telling us half-truths, slanted stories, and by using language that dehumanizes people and incites hatred, right? Confusion. This is why there's so many doomers out there nowadays. They continually work to mislead us and make us think that their hosts and their talking heads and their opinions are somehow real news, where we should just believe what they say and think as they do if we're going to be true patriots or something. Now, the basic solution to fixing the world's news is twofold. I'm simplifying this. First, we need to codify a set of standards, what real news is and what it is not, and make that into law, thereby cutting off propaganda machines who are claiming their news. Secondly, we need to create a new news network, the People's News, which is owned by the people, linked to all the good journalists and networks whose mission it is to bring context, clarity, true and full stories, as well as ways that we can take actions to help if that's possible. Clearly, there's a lot more to creating an honest and truly helpful news agency. However, again, hopefully you can see that, yes, it's needed. We can get into the details on how to make it as we go forward. Clearly, there's more to all of these systems and the improvements and the details. But at this point, even with these short explanations, you should be able to see how gaining the knowledge on how to be your best and fix our world, and then joining within the one tribe, the one movement, and one party, as well as creating a true people's news network, can help create a better world. And I say that sincerely. You should be like, yes, of course, that makes sense. You know, the amazing thing is unifying 1 billion people right now is really not even that difficult, because like on Facebook right now, there's over 1 billion people. In fact, I have the group set up on Facebook for the one tribe, the one movement, and the one party. So you can go there right now and we can get this all moving. And I know that there's a lot of reservations about Facebook and they have some issues, but again, this is how we can make something that isn't so good into something good if we use it this way. So as of this recording, remember, we're just getting started. I'm not sure where or when you're hearing this, but we do have the capacity to grow really big, really fast. And as we do, we're going to extend these to other platforms and throughout the entire world. Later, we can even start our own social media platform to help facilitate all of this. Our easy access and ability to join everybody and share everything gives us an ability to grow the one tribe, the one movement, and the party and share all this knowledge incredibly fast because we can invite anybody we want and encourage everybody to join. The more success we have, the more momentum we get, the easier it will be to fix this and all the rest of the problems in the world. The truth is, there are best practices, and with continual improvements, we can find and implement real solutions that will work for ourselves and our society. The human race need not perpetuate all of this wrongness from the past. We were given the capacity to learn and improve. As I have said, now is the only time in human history that we can make these global changes happen, for more of us are connected and awake than ever before. This need not continue to be us versus them, win-lose. Instead, we can create a win-win for all of us. The fact is, it's humanity's diversity of we the people, united in understanding and in common cause, that is and will forever be the greatest power. We, the people, united, are more powerful than any person, organization, business, or government. The way and the one have just come into existence after thousands of years of work. I know that some of you may call this plan too big. Others might even go as far as to say this is pie in the sky. It sounds good, but unlikely to happen. To all of you, first I want to say I'm not naive or some Pollyanna being too optimistic. I know that these are big concepts. It will take a lot of money, good people, hard work, and a lot more to make them all real and last throughout time. However, the saving grace here is that there is a plan, and while it is big, it's still logical and doable. It's not impossible. We, the human race, are more than capable of creating such organizations and doing such things. And this is the way most big things start, right? A couple people, more funds, more money, get things done. The truth is, if we all agree with the principles that are covered within the way, and we can see how this plan of the one can succeed, even if it's a long shot, right? Then helping is the right thing to do. Truly, what else is there? I'm asking you. All right, the human race has tried pretty much everything else that I can see. What other logical solution have you seen on how we can all become our best and we can fix our world? Isn't this better to work on something that is challenging, a true solution, than working on nothing? You know, a little bit by a lot of people can do more than you can even imagine. Imagine giving the people that are ready to run and do have the solutions the ability to do so. We have to believe in humanity's ability to succeed if we are to succeed. Truly, if humanity fails, it's going to be because of all these doubters and doomers and naysayers and antagonists and all the jaded people that just sat around and did nothing, right? If the good people don't do enough, do the wrong things, or don't stand up and do the right things, evil wins. Truly, you being your best, creating a wonderful life and world is the most important work there is to do. It's really at the core of all our faiths, right? It's at the heart of what loving parents want for their kids, and it's really why we're all here. Now, I've said this, and I've said it in different ways, really to get you to see how the way and the one is the big solution that the human race is seeking right now. Let me just say this, that big horror that can unite humanity, it's here already. People say, oh, if aliens invaded, everybody would get united. We need to all move to Mars. We can unite around that. How about we just unite on making our world a wonderful place to live first, and then we can deal with some of these other things. Remember, this is not about me. We have to start somewhere. These are human truths and ways of doing things that I'm sharing and binding together so that we can take a new step forward. If we add all of this together, the way, the one, and everything we can do in the world, this becomes something much grander. But it only works if enough of us are united. It's through us learning the way and joining in the one tribe, the one movement, and the one party that makes everything I'm sharing becoming something other than just words into a force that can make changes in our world in really short order too. I hope within this 5-part masterclass that you found yourself at least agreeing with what you've heard, or at least having some hope that this might be your answer, or at least part of the solution, right? This should make sense. Like this really should, right? If a huge group of people attain the right knowledge and we unite together, then take the right actions, we can create positive changes within our lives, our society, and our world. All right? Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, let's move on to the next segment of this masterclass. Again, while this masterclass covered a lot of fundamental deep topics, there's a lot more that you need to know if you're truly going to be your best and make a real positive difference in the world. Simply put, it's about continuing to learn and taking certain actions. So let's talk about where you can get everything and what the next steps are. Note that all the links that I'm going to talk about are going to be placed in the notes, so be sure to check them. Okay, the first thing to know is that the hub for everything is our website, 7wayme. That's the number 7, WAY.me. It's named that because the book that we use as the guide is called The Way, and it has 7 steps. It's also named because the organization behind everything is named the 7th Foundation. So simply go to 7wayme and you can find all sorts of ways to participate and join. There's a big subscribe button up there. So go there, go to 7wayme, and you can find everything. Next, it's a good idea to get your own copy of The Way. It makes a good read, and it's a good reference book that you can use throughout your life. It also makes a great gift. I do suggest you get both the hard copy and a digital. I know that sounds a little self-serving, but that's not why I'm saying this. Truly, the reason is because The Way is not only a good read that you need to go through, but it's also a great reference book that you're going to pull out and use at different times in your life. And truly, holding something physical in your hand and seeing it in your life without having to remember to call up a screen is really helpful, and it really does help in the learning process. So it's also really fantastic to have it quickly searchable in book form and with you at all times too. So that's why I'm recommended it. You can go to our website, and at the top there's a The Way link, right? So just click on that, The Way, the top of the site, and it will take you to a page that gives you all sorts of information about The Way, and then there's a link there on where you can buy it. And just so you know, the book's available in hardback, paperback, Kindle, ebook. It's available in most stores throughout the entire world, so you should be able to find it there. There's no audio book quite yet, just came out. But just realize in certain book readers, like the Kindle and others, I've seen that you can actually have your book reader read the book to you. So if you wanted to be able to do that, at least you do have the option. I don't have that out yet. And also realize on a Kindle, you don't have to have a Kindle to actually use a Kindle. You can use it on any device. It has software. It's free to download. So be sure to do that. And again, you can also find it in pretty much any store. Like I said, online, you can search for it, The Way, but throw in my name, Andrew Calderella, or The Way 7 Revolutionary Steps. I say that because The Way obviously is a very general term, and it will make it difficult if you just use those 2 words sometimes. Okay, another way to gain the knowledge that you need is to continue to take the courses that we offer. For example, one of the courses you may want to take next, and the one that I'm working on, is really a fast start to mastering your day. This has been the most requested course by everybody. I'm not sure the final name yet, especially at this time of this recording, but it's really going to be a good option because it's kind of a deep dive into step 5, and it covers how to master your day. It includes things like the art of life, mastering time, ritual, the foundations of sleep, our fuels, our practice, life tasks, self-care. And really, it's a great next step because it really does touch on a lot of these different aspects. From there, there's going to be a lot of other courses that you can jump into for deeper training. And I suggest you kind of pick your weakest links to start with. For example, like if you're having issues with sleep or in your relationships or how to care for your body or whatever it may be, you can use these needs as your starting point. And then, work your way through them all because it's really going to be a comprehensive program. Okay, and just please remember, as this recording is out, they're not all out yet. So please be patient. You have to start somewhere. You can't do everything at once. It's better to get some things going and get everything moving than waiting for that someday for sure. So if you've signed up for this course, right, if you've been through the website, you will get notified of the release of all these different types of programs. Okay, now another option to get this knowledge quickly is to also work with me one-on-one. I'm developing different levels of coaching programs. Basically, you got to go through this course first, then we can potentially work one-on-one. Now, this can really help because often coaches can see things you can't. They can offer motivation and insights that's going to help you really achieve more in a faster amount of time without as much effort, right? So I offer, just so you know, like short bookings. We can do a quick hour session. You can even break that up to give you some quick feedback. Programs run, up to 6 months, a year, or even more if you're interested in that. I always like to, you can start small and work your way up. But the whole point is to really get started, and especially addressing those weakest links. And like I said, looking out for those things you don't know, because those things can often hurt you the most. Okay, so if you'd like to work with me one-on-one, there is a contact us form on 7WayMe, and just fill it out and we'll make arrangements. The next way to continue your education is to check out our YouTube videos, the videos that are on 7WayMe. These videos are not always broken up into a course. Sometimes they're just insightful videos that stand on themselves. And we're developing a good program on YouTube and breaking them up into different groups. So you can check that out. There's a link for that down below again, and on our website. Name the place the House of Contemplation, and that came from a friend who walked into my house. It's all in my books. So anyways, you can click the subscribe button there. You'll get notified of everything as we start posting more and more. And as this recording, remember, we're just getting started. It's going to be a lot more. Another great step is to join the groups, right? We have the One Tribe, the One Movement, the One Party. You can join on 7WayMe. There are links there to everywhere else, like Facebook. And again, I know Facebook, right? But we can make it into a good thing too. So as you know, the One Tribe is for everybody who wants to be their best and live wonderful lives and help create a wonderful world. It's for all of us who wants to make friends and make money and have some fun doing these things, right? This is the main group where we can learn and share and even help each other. So be sure to check out the One Tribe. It's going to be the place really that we learn the way and we help integrate these ideas into our lives and everybody else's, and we share together. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, the One Movement and One Party are there too. And again, this is how we unite to make these positive changes in the world. And then after joining the One, you can help by adding to the discussions, sharing cool stuff, inviting your people, posting positive information that can really help everybody. Remember, our goal is to unite over 1 billion people. And I know I've said this 100 times. We're just getting started as of this recording. So don't judge us from where we are right now. Think about how far we can take this if you help and everybody else does. Just think about how far we can go if we all work together. Now, while my explanations of the groups has been short, these really are key to making this work. So be sure to invite everybody that you know to join. A lot of small actions by a lot of people can combine into something that is really, truly a great power that can change the world for the good. So don't forget that. Just think about it. $1 from 1 billion people a month, clicking on petitions, some of them showing up places, doing different things, voting certain ways, change the world. So don't give up hope. Okay, that's really it for the next steps for you, right? You need to continue to get the knowledge in the ways I showed you, and then let's join these groups, share, question, participate, and all of those good things. Okay, now let's talk about how we can all support this. Now that you know how to continue down your true path, let's talk about how everybody in our community can really help all of this succeed. I'm doing this at the request of some of you because you felt you wanted to know everything, right? So we actually spent some time and listed a lot of different things. So just bear with me here. I'm going to go through them quickly. As with any startup, we need a lot of help in a lot of different areas if we're going to make this work. This is all about uniting, taking certain actions, and funding. In fact, the plan for helping all people and fixing our world can only be done if we all do our part to support these efforts. First, know that there is a page called Support Us, and the link for it can be found at the top of 7WayMe and in the show notes. So there you can find everything I'm talking about, but also all quick links that you can use to easily get and to do everything. Okay, next, know that we are on all social media networks, or will be soon. And I'm talking most of them already now: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, and others. Our handle is Real Peace Ace. So be sure to connect with us and subscribe, join, and follow wherever you are. Right, the links for all our social media are below in the notes and on 7WayMe. Now, once we're connected, we can help each other by liking, sharing, saving, tagging, mentioning our handle, commenting, signing up to be notified, and even inviting others to join the group or network or whatever it may be. You can also create your own posts, right, that mention us and talk about what we're doing and share it too. So then we can share it, and it just creates a big whirlwind of overwhelming amounts of goodness out there. Also, when you show up, go through and like and share and comment and do a bunch of stuff. This will help me see you, right? And I'll be able to connect back with you. Also, for those who do a really good job at this, obviously I'll do shout outs. I mean, we can have some fun with this. You know, it's about bringing everybody up and helping us all grow and getting a lot more people involved in all of this. Again, as with all startups, another way that you can show your appreciation and support is to help us gain as much access to wealth and resources as possible, because this will allow us to get more done quickly. These resources include things like money and property, as well as people's time. So you can find everything on the ways to donate on 7WayMe. There's a support page, and then there's a big donate link. If you go to the donate link, you'll find all sorts of ways that you can contribute, from PayPal to Zelle, Vimeo. There's even a link there that you can buy us a cup of coffee as a tip. You can also join Patreon for a monthly donation and even receive some exclusive benefits for doing so. Remember, every little bit helps. So on Patreon, we're starting a memberships at $1 a month, and then they go up from there. So there should be, with all of these different options, a way that fits within your budget to help support this effort financially. Again, there's a lot of different ways that some people would like to donate. So I'm supposed to mention, like, if you want to donate some property or vehicles, gold, jewelry, or anything else, there's a form there too. So you can fill that out, contact us, and we can make arrangements for how to handle everything. So if you like what we're doing, including this masterclass, please help us by giving us a tip or by donating in other ways, as this will help us grow faster, which means we can offer more to you in return. It's a win-win. To further help with funding, you can shop in our store of curated products that can help you live the way. Another good way to help support us is for you, your organization or business, to become a sponsor, where we can give you some good press in exchange for some funding. As I mentioned earlier, you can also hire us as a life or business coach. We have programs starting at an hour and run up to 6 months or more. So there's that option. You can hire us to speak at an event or present at an event, train a company, school, and organizations in a lot of the principles in the way. We can form strategic alliances, joint ventures, and create signature brands. We are very creative, and we're open to finding ways to work with you to where it's a mutual arrangement and we can all make some money as well as help the world. Another way that you can help us is to buy books as gifts for friends and for family. You can also buy them and donate them to schools and libraries and prisons. You can also donate directly to us so that we can get books for all those who are seeking them. We run fundraisers for books now and then in the groups and on different social media, so be sure to check that out. For those of you who are coaches or trainers or who would like to be, you might consider becoming certified to teach the way to others. This is a great opportunity to enhance your program and to help everybody integrate and learn these key principles. We are developing franchise opportunities that will allow us all to support each other and make money together. Okay, other than funding, now let's go into some other ways you can help this succeed. Another really good way to help is to leave positive book reviews about the way in all the different stores and review places. Right? This is not only going to help the store because it will help search engine show it to more people, but it also gives people confidence in choosing this book. So if you've read The Way, please, go over and leave a nice comment, give us a 5-star rating. Links to Amazon, Goodreads, and everywhere else is on the Support Us page. Now, along the lines with book reviews, it also helps if you create posts, share endorsements, testimonials for The Way, The One, trainings like this, the videos that we're doing. You can tag me, tag the videos, link to everything. It really does help linking to 7-Way Me on these different things, because it gives people confidence, connects everything, helps the search engines link everything together. Another way to help is to listen to all the shows I've been on and then like and share and leave nice comments on those. On the shows, you're going to hear me speak about this. People ask questions in different ways, and it might really help you, I don't know, maybe understand some of these things more, have it become more centered in you. And people always ask me, like, how do you get started? You got to just kind of immerse yourself in all of this knowledge, and so it becomes who you are, right? So that's another way to do it. And again, like and sharing and everything on all these things really helps. Now, since we're talking about shows, now another way that you can help is to help get us on all types of shows. So if you have a show, shows or hosts or people that do them, podcasts, radio, television, whatever it may be, live events, please recommend me to them. I have a one sheet, I have a media kit, I can make show outlines. I know that we can create something that these fans are going to love. I've been on over 75 shows and I get a lot of compliments, not only from the hosts, people that are listening. So it's a win-win for everybody. We get the word out there and we can really start to kind of share this in places where people are, if that makes sense. Like if you're listening to the show and I come on, it's not a big reach for you to just listen to me. Hopefully that makes sense. Another cool way that we can help each other is through our media label, which you can find on 7-Way Me. We're really looking for some good artists. So if you are one or you know anybody that really wants to make a real positive difference in the world, please check out our projects that we have running, like music and comedy and video projects. We're open to taking suggestions because we're working to integrate art into all the solutions all over the world, because this is how we make a wonderful world that everybody can enjoy. And lastly, if you'd like to be a part of everything that we're doing in a more formal way, check out the jobs, internships, and volunteer positions that we have on the website. Remember, we're just starting out. We're looking to grow. We're looking to grow into a worldwide force. It's doing a lot of good. So you can imagine we're going to need the best people on all different levels doing all sorts of different things. So if we're not a fit right now, we might be in the future. So be sure to get your name in there and check it out so we can stay connected and hopefully work together in the future. Now remember, everything I just said, I know I said this before, is found on our website, 7-Way Me. That's the number 7, WAY.me. Think of it like a command. You can say something like 7-Way Me now, and it will take you to this website. It will lead you to a place where you can find all this great stuff that will help you and help our world. Okay, you made it. Now it's time for graduation. If you truly have seen all of these lessons to this 5-part masterclass, you are in an elite group. And this is no small thing, for few in all of human history have learned so many foundational universal truths and golden threads in so short a time. And just a refresher, so you can feel good about this, some of what you have learned includes the rules to life, the meaning of life, the true goal of life, why you are here, the difference between success and true success, vice and virtue, what it means to be a good person or fall to the dark side, as well as an overview of how to achieve the true goal of life and the 7 steps that will take everyone there. You've also been invited to unite within the one tribe, the one movement, and the one party to make all of these solutions something real in your life and our world. Again, this is a big step. You should feel rightfully proud of yourself for going this far. Congratulations on graduating this Life Essentials Masterclass. Now, if you'd like to confirm your work and earn your first level certification, there's a quiz that you can take. And if you're watching this again somewhere online, go to 7-Way Me, go to the big button, Life Essentials Masterclass, go to the end. There's a link there. And if you're watching this, there's going to be a link below in the notes. All you have to do is click it. There are gifts for everybody who tries and special surprises for everyone who passes. You can also sign up for another masterclass at a discount, this one on how to perfect your day, so you can really start integrating those missing pieces, virtues, and best practices into your life. Just one final thought before we go. It's no coincidence that you found and have taken this masterclass. The fact is, you found all of this for a reason. The reason is so that you can become who you are truly meant to be, as well as to participate in the solutions to fix our society and world. You must believe and have faith in the promise of your creation and that you can become who you are truly meant to be, as well as make a real positive difference in the world. The truth is, you are special, unique, and worthy of true success. Be grateful that you were not created to be a puppet. Instead, you were given a great gift. You can learn, choose, and take actions to create a meaningful life and create yourself into the person that you truly want to be. Seriously, I've looked throughout all of time into our greatest minds for the answers on how humanity can become our best and we can fix our world. This isn't my solution. This is humanity's solution. And it's all of these golden threads and universal truths woven together that gives the way and the one the power to change everything. And I just have to ask this, truly, if you've seen all of this, if this is not the way, then what is? If this is not the time to fix everything, then when is it going to be right? I've been searching my whole life and I have found nothing that comes close to being as holistic and able to help us become our best and fix our world as the way and the one. As I said earlier, we, the human race, must be burned to learn and shaken to awaken sometimes. All of this global trauma and strife is of our own making and is designed to get us to see what is truly important, to awaken and then focus us as a species on the great changes that need to happen if we are to not only survive, but truly thrive. This is the only time in human history that we can make these global changes happen, for more of us are aware of these big problems. We are more connected. We have the knowledge, we have the people, we have the resources to make all of these changes happen. It is doable. All of the horror and doom and gloom should be proof enough that the time is short and the need is great. Please don't let the evil forces turn you into a doomer. Don't lose hope. Don't be too jaded that you just turn away. Remember, evil wins if the good do the wrong things, don't do enough, or just stand back and do nothing. We truly do need to unite to fix some big things before it's too late. And it's true. We need you. We need everyone. Now is the time to unlock the code to your true self and walk the path to the person you are meant to be. Now is the time for all of us to unite and make these great positive changes happen in our world. Okay, let me just say this a little differently. For humanity to truly succeed and create a better society, we all need to become better people and do our part. You have been given many foundational universal truths and shown a path that can lead to your true success and the true success for everyone. The truth is, you are part of this solution. We need you. The world needs you. Together, we, the human race, can succeed and help everybody rise to become their best, as well as create a wonderful world. Okay, we're almost there. Remember, now it's up to you to take some actions and continue down your true path. However, I do want you to remember one thing. I am here to help. I have your back. You are not alone. There is more information that can help you. And remember, to always believe in yourself. Believe that you can do this. Know it, and it will be. As always, feel free to reach out to me with any suggestions or questions that you may have. I'm always seeking to improve myself, so your constructive criticism can help create better programs in the future. Oh, and if you have not done so, remember to like this video, share, subscribe, and leave a nice comment. Thank you for watching and all of your help. Until next time, wishing you peace, happiness, and true success always. God bless you.